When you keep giving pieces of yourself to everyone, eventually you stand empty. In a bustling coastal city lived a fitness trainer named Adrian Vale, a man known for fixing everyone's problems except his own. He woke before dawn, trained clients until nightfall, answered every call, solved every crisis, and never said the word that scared him most. No. Adrian believed availability was kindness. The more he gave, the more valuable he thought he'd become. But the truth was harsher. People weren't grateful, they were dependent, and each demand chipped away at his peace. One question haunted him. What happens when the rescuer needs rescuing? 1 week changed everything. His closest friend asked him to help move apartments. A coworker begged him to cover extra shifts. A neighbor wanted him to repair a broken fence. Adrian said yes to all three. By the weekend, his legs ached, his patience cracked, and the exhaustion he hid finally caught fire. Late that night, he collapsed onto a bench overlooking the ocean. The waves roared like a truth he had avoided. A stranger, an older woman with silver hair and calm eyes, sat nearby. She glanced at him and said, "You look like someone carrying weights that aren't yours." Adrian laughed bitterly. "People need me. I can't just stop showing up." She studied him for a moment. "Tell me something. If your phone broke tomorrow, how many of these people would walk across the city just to check on you?" Silence. He opened his mouth, then closed it. He already knew the answer. The woman leaned back. "You think loyalty is measured by how much of yourself you sacrifice, but loyalty is measured by who shows up without being asked." Her words hit harder than any workout he'd ever survived. Adrian frowned. "If I stop helping, won't they think I'm selfish?" She smiled. "Being available to everyone means being available to no one, including yourself. A drained well cannot fill another cup." Her voice softened. "What would your life look like if you protected your energy the way you protect your client's progress?" The question froze him. All his life he had trained people to build strength, yet he had never learned to build boundaries. Strength without boundaries collapses. The next morning, Adrian decided to try something terrifying. Choosing himself. He turned off notifications. He said no to a coworker who always dumped responsibilities on him. He told a friend he couldn't fix their last-minute emergency. At first, the reactions were harsh, shock, guilt-tripping, even anger. People who were used to his endless availability rebelled, but Adrian stayed firm. He was tired of living like an open door for anyone to walk through. He wanted to become a gate that opened only with purpose. Day by day, strange things happened. His mind grew clearer. His workouts improved. He slept for the first time in months. He took long walks without checking his phone. And slowly, the noise of the world faded enough for him to hear something he had forgotten, his own thoughts. One evening, as he trained alone by the pier, the silver-haired woman reappeared. Adrian told her everything, how people reacted, how freeing it felt, how terrifying it still was. She nodded. "Most people fear losing others, but the real danger is losing yourself." Her gaze sharpened. "Tell me, Adrian, who are you when no one needs anything from you?" He hesitated. For years, his identity depended on being useful. But now, he wanted more. And coming and won. "For the first time," he said, "I want to matter to myself." The woman smiled. "Then, stay committed. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors you control. Protect your time, your energy, your purpose. The world takes everything you don't guard. Peace belongs to those who defend it." From that day forward, Adrian lived differently. He limited who had access to him. He helped when he genuinely could, not when he felt obligated. He stopped apologizing for resting. He started choosing projects that fueled him instead of draining him. And surprisingly, the right people didn't leave. They respected him more. A few months later, Adrian stood before a class of new trainees, stronger, focused, grounded, He shared something he had learned the hard way. Your value doesn't increase by sacrificing yourself. It grows when you protect the fire inside you. If you burn out, there is nothing left to give. He looked out over the crowd, feeling lighter than he had in years. When you stop being available to everyone, he said, you finally become available to your real life. He walked out of the gym, into the evening air, the city glowing around him. No guilt, no pressure, just purpose. Sometimes the most powerful transformation isn't adding more to your life, it's removing what drains you. And the moment you choose yourself, the world changes in ways you never expected. This is how Adrian finally reclaimed his strength. Not by giving more, but by giving wisely. Not by being needed, but by being whole. Weeks later, Adrian revisited the same ocean bench where everything began. He watched the tide roll in with a steadiness that mirrored his new rhythm. Life was never meant to be lived in reaction to others. It was meant to be shaped with intention, carved with courage, guarded with clarity. He promised he would never again abandon his peace to satisfy expectations that weren't his responsibility. As the sun dipped under the horizon, Adrian felt something rare certainty. Boundaries weren't barriers. They were foundations of meaningful connection. With that truth anchored inside him, he rose, ready to live the rest of his life aligned and fiercely present. In that quiet moment, he finally understood that choosing himself was the beginning of real strength and freedom. If Adrian's journey inspired you, remember, you deserve the same strength, the same peace, and the same freedom. If you want more stories that empower your mind and lift your spirit, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Wines of Thought. Your support helps these stories reach more people who need them. Until next time, stay focused, stay strong, and protect your inner fire.